Okay, on YouTube. I'm gonna wait for a viewer or a minute to go by, then we'll get started. But to make sure, I need to search up making sure I'm live. Because, hey, it's been a long time. Yes! Alright, we got one viewer. Alright, we are live. I miss you guys. What the fuck? Even though I got one viewer, but I guess it still counts. Alright, so. Well, what the fuck? Just a viewer just left. Well, I'm gonna get started either way. I'm gonna pull up some updates, what's been happening recently. Please do not fucking do that shit against like last live stream. Because I need to do this. We have to talk about this. What the fuck? I just had one viewer. Is this really gonna happen again? We'll have 0 viewers for this one? Alright, we got one viewer back. Well, Isaiah in chat. What's good, John? Alright, since we got a viewer, I'm gonna get started. So I'm praying. I hope this else. Okay, if you guys remember my last live stream for Chosen Ones, Only Can Understand, that was some trippy ass shit. I fucking had fun. But just the thing how like at the end where it just randomly just said like, sorry, you disconnected. I'm just hoping like I Monad, please, like I do this against Yellow Band, so please, Monad, like I beg for your help, please. Thank you, true father. Yeah. At least I'm back. I missed you guys. So yeah. So I was meant to do a live stream last week, but well, okay, things might go well because when I was trying to go back to YouTube to start the live stream, it accidentally went to Chrome, but I did notice like there was a button that says like delete garbage, so like I did, so like as in like this tablet can work now since I deleted some like data that I did not need, but still things are gonna go well. Anyway, so I was pretty annoyed because like usually for when I make a profile for the live stream, I would try to like flip the camera so I could like take a picture of my phone, even though it's kind of a stupid, retarded ass move, but still, I decided to use screenshots. So yeah, the profile of this video, you notice the live stream, yeah, it's a screenshot of what we're talking about today. So yeah, some Aztec stuff we're talking about. Aztec stuff. Now, of one of my viewers who was on our last live stream, I didn't make a promise yet how he was waiting for me to talk about the codex thing, but if you go through all of my posts on YouTube, the Chosen Ones we can understand is sort of like a series, like it's a natural story that we have to like we have a long ways to go. So that concludes all the viewers. Like if you actually look through my posts, you'll notice that for Chosen Ones we can understand, we have a really long ways to go. We have a really like a lot of things to talk about, like a lot of knowledge I have promised to give to people. So like I'm hoping things to go well for tomorrow. But yeah, now let's get on with it. So this is one of the holy texts that were like too dark to like survive. And just so you know, guys, if you give me something new, I'm not gonna like flip the camera because like that thing just muted my tablet. So I'll just try to like if you do give me something interesting, like some viewers, I'll try to like fucking I don't know, like get my other phone to take a picture of it and maybe like turn my tablet like this, even though that's still gonna be a retarded ass move. But anyways, let's do this. This may go for like a short stream, but at least I'm doing Chosen Ones so we can understand. So like, hang on. Yeah, hang on. Typical refers to historic folklore according to the witch Sabbath. Yeah. Okay. Damn, we just had a bunch of views on those too. Okay, come on. Hang on. Here we are. Nocturnal Ritual of the Nocturnal Asbit.
of the Nocturnal Assembly.
Assembly.
The ritual of the Nocturnal Assembly refers to a collection of texts and descriptions of pre-Columbian Nahua rituals surviving in ritual codices and early colonial records of Mexico, 15th to 16th century. It constitutes the official ritual doctrine carried out by the priests of the Aztec state religion and related Nahua groups. Sources are scattered in codices such as the Codex Borbonicus and the early reports of Spanish writers who were shocked by the consistency of the practice. The core teaching is horrific. Nocturnal sacrifice was believed to be cosmically more potent than daytime sacrifice. Darkness was thought to magnify the victim's existential terror, and this terror was believed to provide maximum life energy to the gods. In some rites, the victim had to remain conscious during the initial phase of the ceremony, not as an aberration, but as a theological requirement so the gods could hear human suffering. This ritual was conducted collectively in the night assembly of priests, where chanting, drums, and rhythmic dancing were used to condition mass fear. Fear was not a side effect, but an instrument of worship. The world, according to Nahua cosmology, stood on the brink of destruction. Without the supply of ritual suffering, the sun could stop, the rains fail, and the cosmos collapse. What makes it little known is the fact that this practice was institutional and scheduled, not a sporadic act of barbarism. It was part of the official religious calendar. After the Spanish conquest, these texts and rites were deliberately suppressed and destroyed, not because they were untrue, but because they too clearly demonstrated that in some ancient religions, human fear was the fuel of the universe.
True.
Hi, my name's Carlin.
So, yeah, true, kind of that, because, like, in Aztec mythology, they believe, like, the world was, like, different from, like, 5 different suns. So, yeah, what they just said. So, like, they believe how it is because they believe that the world has been destroyed 5 times with 5 different suns. Like, how the sun we're living in is the last one we're living in. So, like, I guess you could say all of Aztec is sort of like, it's still like both the creation and the end of the myth we're living in. Yeah. But yeah, similar to that. Because Aztec, similar to like the Canaanites worshiping Moloch in a way. Canaanites, even though they're not that, they're less fucked up with the child sacrifice, even though they do sacrifices. Like, you're probably aware about, like, Aztec, like, sort of Mayan mythology, like how they would, like, hold the knife and hold you down like that with drums like that. Because here's something about this. If you guys get deep with Chosen Ones, only can understand. You're probably aware with the Mayan end of the world of like what would happen in the year 2012. It's similar because like there's like Aztec and Mayan has like the same like art of how they do it in a way. Because Aztec gods use snakes as weapons. But about that, if you get deep with it, because here's the thing. The reason why the fucking Mayans and Aztecs would do sacrifices is because war is sort of a sacrifice, because the definition of Holocaust means war. I mean, sacrifice, but yeah. Because a lot of shit we should. And yeah, I'm sort of comparing this to like Gnosticism in a way. Now, let me see. Ritual of the Nocturnal Assembly. Let's see if there's any videos. Any other videos that will talk about this. Yeah, I'm talking about this. Nocturnal is... Now, okay, just so you guys know, no, I'm not going to like perform this. Don't worry, guys. I'm not. It's an ancient text that we're talking about. So, no, do not get disturbed. I'm not going to perform this ritual, I promise. Because even though I am a knowledge hunter, but like I'm not going to like fucking do some like ritual. Don't worry, guys. But anyways, well, at least, yeah, it's gonna be a short live stream I'm doing. I don't know, I got nothing else to say, but, well, I don't know. Oh yeah, about that live stream we just did just now. We're sort of tomorrow. I hope we could do this tomorrow again. We'll continue on with the video. I'm continuing on with the videos like how I'm doing. Okay, you know what? To like save some time for you guys, let me be honest with you guys, really. How we're gonna do this? Hang on. Let me try if I could like. Oh, I can switch my camera. Okay, so. Oh, now my tablet's working. Okay, I see. So it's just some data that's like fucking me around. That's what's really happening. So yeah. Thank you for the 434 subscribers, guys. Appreciate it. Damn, I'm surprised no one else. I mean, I could tell it was going to be a boring one, but still, like, damn. So, once I became a Gnostic, like, when I posted my live stream about, like, how the world's prison, I was meant to, like, do, like, 3 live streams of Gnosticism, like, the Book of Enoch, the Gospel of Judas, the Apocalypse of Adam. I thought we were going to do that instead, but, hey, I've noticed there was other things that people want me to go over since I was no longer a Christian. I'm waking up, how I'm now searching for Gnosis. Hang on. Because to leave some time, I will be honest with you guys now. Okay, I'm going to show my app on my phone. So here's my YouTube channel. You probably recognize this post I made. We went over through all of these books, but we're going to the last one. That one in the corner. That's the very last one we'll go over tomorrow as the end of this arc, the every sacred text that were too dark to survive. This live stream is sort of the second to last one of this one, but no. Chosen Ones only can understand is not the end because, hang on. After Saturday, next weekend, we'll talk about these guys. Yeah, because why not? These 6 spiritual leaders supposedly came back to life. Yeah. Yeah, because this is like something like Christianity could not even ignore. Yeah, what else? Fuck. God damn it. Hang on. Okay, we got viewers still. Well, I mean, I'm just glad I'm back on here. At least I'll be able to do a live stream for all of you. Yeah. Hang on. I'm trying to look for the other one that. So, like, okay. After we're talking about those spiritual leaders, like those 6 spiritual leaders. Oh, yeah. So, you probably noticed this post, like how Dracula was a Christian hero. To be honest, if you guys are wondering, like, am I just going to talk about Vlad the Impaler? No. With that live stream after the 6 spiritual leaders, I'm cool over like how vampires are like around, like how they're connected to Nephilim, how like the Draconian, for example, like how we'll talk about that, and how what if the real Vladimir Putin, like not Vlad, okay, what am I talking? Not Vladimir Putin, that's the president of Russia, no. Vlad the Impaler, how he went from that to the actual Dracula, what my fear could be that. Now, what else would I also go over? Oh yeah, I've noticed this. Like maybe if things do find something interesting, I will go over these ones. Even though there's one thing I won't even have to talk about because they talk about Gnostics, and this live stream is a Gnostic. The YouTube is a Gnostic. It's a Gnostic YouTube channel we're in. So one of them is called Gnostics, but like I don't really have to go over that because I'm sort of like. But if you want more knowledge, you have to like study other religions, not just Christianity or anything. Because hang on, how after that we'll go over these like every forbidden text that should have stayed hidden. I mean, I don't know if they should have stay hidden. Ooh, every holy text you were never meant to read. Well, I feel like reading them. Every forbidden book that too dangerous to know. Explain. Well, we'll talk about them either way. Here's this one. Every book you were never meant to read. Yeah, we're going to talk about all these either way. Every forbidden book that was meant to stay hidden. Well, okay. If it's talking about knowledge, then it should not be stayed hidden. It could have saved people. Every terrifying book you shouldn't even know. I mean, how should I even know they'll be terrifying? Okay, here's this Gnostic meme I post. But, this thing is right because we are in a cosmetic war with a mighty fallen angels and an infinite dragon because if you think about it, Yaldabaoth is sort of a dragon because he's a serpent with a lion face. Okay, now all of these are just like memes I pose, like memes that actually kind of do make sense, I guess you can say. Now, hang on, let me look. Oh, there it is. There's every rarest books about demons. Okay, once I do these live streams, like I don't want you guys to feel disturbed because okay, listen, I'm spreading because I'm making esoteric live streams for people that want to know the truth. Wait, okay, like I was saying, for this one, I'm just making esoteric live streams to people to like understand us. So like, I hope you guys do not get scared of these books once we get over it because a homie of mine, after we got on the last live stream, a homie of mine was a bit like worried that one of the viewers mentioned to me about the Codex Gigas. I don't know how to pronounce the last part because a promise is kind of a promise because okay, look, I did sort of made this promise, but you gotta understand, I am not like praising it because like I'm not okay. I'm not trying to like creep out people. I'm trying to like spread like gnosis in a way because like you have to understand to be a true knowledger, like a true like understandable, you have to have knowledge from other mythologies and religions, I guess you can say. Yeah, because you could unlock this power because 7 forgotten books of magic that will blind your mind. Yeah, possibility. 13 forbidden magic books is bad. Yeah. Oh fuck. Here's this. Every terrifying religious book explained. Wow. See, this is what I mean. Like we have to talk about this. And here's this. Every disturbing final days of no states like hoax explained. Okay, here's the thing. Since that was the last part of my stream, hang on. Of the last one, I will not explain their deaths. I'm just going to explain their lives. And also, just be aware of that last one. Rasputin was in it, so we don't have to talk about him because we already talked about him. Okay, once I'm done with all of these, I will, as a final chosen ones we can understand, I will talk about like the first ever Bible. And afterwards, as a final episode, we'll talk about the land beyond the ice walls. Though, once I'm done with all these live streams, let me make something clear. This isn't the end. I will continue on in like other live stream like apps. Like after I'll get done with all these on YouTube, I'll do, I guess you could say, season 2 on Facebook Live. So like this live stream you're watching right now, this is like still inside season 1 of Chosen Ones Only Can Understand. And I hope if Facebook allows me to like have the videos saved in my like photos, I can like post them on YouTube and have them like the Chosen Ones Only Can Understand season 2. Because you have to understand, most religions are somewhat similar to Christianity or anything Abrahamic. Because, for example, Zoroastrianism is sort of like both Jewish and pre-Islamic. Because Zoroastrianism was actually the original religion of Jews. Anyways, I guess that's all. Hope you all have a good one. And I've been having a good one, so all you have a good weekend. See you tomorrow, I hope. Wait, come on. Yeah.